Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of the United Gamedom podcast. Once again I am your host Darren aka Dow, and with me are my illustrious co-hosts Dennis and Derek aka D-Boy and Gigastorms. Say hello fellas.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, this is the proper episode 6 now. As if you've seen at the beginning of last week, I made a cock up saying it was episode 6 when it was episode 5, and then the little gag at the end, the episode 6 or 6, okay? Not going to go through that shit again now, okay? That's last week's news now. So anyway, welcome along once again now. We have a few things to talk about in terms of news. Of course, games we've been playing, what we've been watching. Also want to talk about E3. Since it's coming out pretty soon as well, and just basically probably talk about sort of what we're expecting and shit like that now. So anyway, let's get going in with the news first. And first of all, Derek, what's with the news this week?
Well, there's quite a bit actually this week. I guess we can start off with some new DLC that was announced for Saints Row the Third. It is called Enter the Dominatrix. Originally, it was like an April Fool's joke, and apparently in this DLC you are like a superhero or something, and you can fly around, and you're either good or evil depending on how you want to act. So it started out as a big April Fool's joke, and now it's actually a real thing, and it's coming out this fall. And apparently it's an expansion, not just like the DLC they've been doing, which is, I don't know, is it like $5 for those?
Yeah, I think,
and they're pretty short.
10 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, like 560 points each, I believe, something
so
more.
Like $7 or $8,
it's like,
something like that.
Yeah, it's roughly about £5 what we here, so it is.
But those have been pretty short, and apparently this is like a full expansion that's going to retail for $30.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's long, and it sounds like it could be kind of fun if you can fly around and stuff.
I expect it to be longer than 2 hours for $30.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones who didn't get any of the DLC whatsoever though. So, but like I said, I haven't heard really good things about it though of the DLC that came out of it. Did you get all of them now, Dennis, or did you just get some of them?
Yeah, I got all of them, played all of them. Because Saints Row the Third was my favorite game of the year last year, so I got all of the DLC, played all of it, and quite frankly, it's not very good. It's not, well, maybe the last one is a little bit better, which is, I can't even remember the name of the last one, but it's better than, it's better than what was the first two ones, which were not that good. So, yeah, it's,
well, there's Genki Super Bowl, and was it Gangsters in Space or something?
Yeah,
yes, I believe that. Yeah. I believe they're the first two. Yeah.
Gangsters in Space is the second one. The third one is when they bring back, Johnny Gap back to life, and I can't remember the name of that one, but I'm gonna look it up here just a second. But it's not very good, honestly. I was very, very disappointed.
Is it just because of the length, or is it just the gameplay is not good, or the story?
Not necessarily the length. I was expecting it not to be like a 6-7 hour DLC, for the money you pay for it, but it's rather disappointing. I expected more out of the DLC for Saints Row the Third. I actually expected much more than that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard from most people that it's kind of disappointing. I've only played the first one, and it was okay, but nothing too special.
Yeah, we played that one together. The one that you have to compete in all the Genki stuff.
Yeah.
The final DLC is Trouble with Clones. That's the name of the one. But
okay.
Yeah, it's not that good. So I hope Enter the Dominatrix, which makes me think of Enter the Matrix, but anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, Enter the
Oh, that
Dominatrix.
game was awesome. Not.
I didn't find it that bad. Anyways, I hope it's better than the DLC. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot about it, but let's hope it's better than what came out already for it.
Me too.
Yeah, as I said before, I didn't get any of the DLC because I say didn't hear good things about it though, and I say I personally loved Saints Row the Third myself though. It was in number 3 in my top 10 games of last year, and probably playing the DLC would probably would have tarnished it a bit, like some other games I played the DLC for and tarnished my love of the main game, Lords of Shadow, pretty much.
Okay.
So anyway, moving on here. Well, Skyrim DLC has been officially announced, even though it's just pretty much just saying, here's the name, it's Dawnguard, it's out in this summer, and that's pretty much all there is about it at the moment, though. So,
It's just a picture.
and just a picture
Yeah.
of pretty much the main character with like
The Nord.
glowing,
Yeah.
Nord with glowing red eyes, pretty much.
And he's got a quiver, so it looks like maybe crossbows. People are talking about that.
Create crossbows and things like that. Yeah, like there was like sort of rumors or so before the DLC was officially announced that there's like snow elves and things like
Yeah.
that apparently coming into it though. So we'll just have to wait and see what more information comes out of it now. Um, as I say, I haven't touched Skyrim. I went back there like a few weeks ago before the Connect patch hit, and I haven't played it since the Connect patch hit though, which is shit though, and see how it fares. I'll probably try it out anyway. But I'm looking forward to DLC anyway, and I believe this might be something to do with like the Mythic Dawn, which were in Oblivion, so should be interesting.
Yep.
And also more Elder Scrolls news, which is Elder Scrolls Online, which has been announced for 2013 release. Any of you guys interested in this whatsoever?
I'm not a big MMO
I
fan.
guess it,
I don't know.
it depends. Depends on what kind of single player content they might have. I thought I read somewhere there's some like single player quests they would have, which would be interesting. And also like how the story is conveyed, like if it's
Mhm.
all text or if it's all voice acted.
Yeah.
Because one thing I liked about Star Wars: The Old Republic is that everything is voice acted, and that really gets me into the game and gets me into the story. But with other MMOs, it's all text, or mostly text, and it's just, it's like the same thing every time. Oh, go kill 10 rats, or go collect 10 pelts or whatever. So I mean, if this does have fully voice acted dialogue and cutscenes, then that's a big plus for me. But they haven't announced any or haven't released any trailers other than that one little teaser, which just shows like the logo, and that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
With the voice, I think it's Michael Gambon's voice, I believe. I think it is. It's the guy who, if for you who don't know, it's the guy who plays Dumbledore in the Harry Potter
Yeah,
films.
it sounds like that to me too.
I think it has to be him. No, it couldn't be anyone else.
Yeah.
They've apparently been working on it for like the last 5 years, so should be coming along. And probably might get more info maybe come E3 perhaps, maybe it's later. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And this is actually being developed by ZeniMax.
Yeah,
Not,
Cinemax,
Bethesda.
Bethesda themselves, so just to let you know.
Yeah.
I actually don't really know though what I think of it though. As I say, it'll be an MMO. Yeah, can't wait to. I should try this one out. I'll get it and play like all of an hour, and then just shove it to the side like I do with pretty much every other MMO, like World of Warcraft, Rift, and Star Wars: The Old Republic. So this will probably be another one in the long list of MMOs. So anyway, let's get going on here. God of War Ascension multiplayer.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a trailer or some footage that was released.
Yes. I don't know what to think of this now. It's like multiplayer for a God of War series. I don't know what to expect from this though. Like I seen the video of it though, and I don't think that's going to be great in my honest opinion.
Yeah, my immediate reaction is, oh great, they're putting multiplayer in another single player game.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well, like
really belong there.
it seemed to work for you guys for in terms of Mass Effect because you really enjoyed the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer a lot.
Yeah.
That's true. I wasn't expecting to like it, but I do like it, yeah.
So maybe this could be one of those cases here, but I'm not holding my breath.
Well, it
though.
sounds like it's competitive and cooperative, sort of. I don't know. Like it's team-based.
Yeah, it's like I think it's Bailey 3-on-3. You fight these guys, and then the one wins the team gets the chance to like take down like the big troll or whatever it was, Cyclops. Yeah. I don't know about it though. It's like it was officially announced there like last week, the week before, and then it just showed you this video of the multiplayer, and it is pretty much a prequel, basically taking place before the events of Chains of Olympus and that there. So, as I said last time, I do like the God of War series, but I don't know about this here. I just wish they kind of move on, just go on to something else. So what other news is there for us?
We talked about the Derek. You get that one?
Apparently, Microsoft may be preparing a $99 subsidized Xbox 360, which will utilize a payment plan, like a monthly payment plan for 2 years, like $15 a month.
So basically, you're on a contract then.
Right. It's kind of like a cell phone.
Yeah, exactly like a cell phone, which I pretty much that's mine at the moment. I have like my iPhone is a contract, so pretty much that there then.
And it says that it would come with a Connect, access to Xbox Live Gold, and possibly other premium video services. So I don't know.
Netflix out there or what?
Yeah, it doesn't really say specifically. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I mean, are people really that hard up? They can't pay, $200 when they're going to pay $100 and then $15 a month after that?
Yeah, that's just kind of like really basically ripping you off then over the long run anyway, because you're just basically going to pay a lot more than what you get for it.
Right, you're going to pay like $450 or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just pay like for the $200 and then just get the $60 for like live for the year, and there you go. There's Bob's your uncle, pretty much. So why
even then, yeah, you don't even have to pay $60 for live because it goes on sale all the time.
Yeah, you can just pay it for less, exactly.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, they'd make a lot of money off it, that's for sure. But I don't know if it's really a good idea for the consumer.
This to me is just something like similar to what Sony did there last year, where they released the PSP, like this PSP version, which pretty much has. No, it's not. It's this other one. It was only released, I believe, in Europe.
Oh.
It was released. It's basically a PSP, but there's no Wi-Fi in it whatsoever. So it's just basically a gimped PSP, pretty much, where you have no Wi-Fi, like internet connectivity. Then. Mm-hmm. So basically, you just have to do.
Does that have a contract thing where you pay every month?
No, it's not exactly though, but it was like the same. It's like pretty much like £99 as well, though, I believe. But like it's something just split like this here, in a way, like just a cheap price though. But I don't know. I just don't really get this whatsoever though. It's not like they're really, really in the shitter now in terms of sales. Like I think they're still doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Sales department. So.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Do you pay until it's paid off, or do you just pay?
I think you just pay until your contract is up.
Okay.
So yeah, you pay 2 years.
Okay.
$2.
Yeah, so it's like 24 months for 2 years, 15. Like it's just ridiculous. So like, why would anyone do that then?
I'd have to know what's included in the $99. Like if it's only the Xbox, the Kinect, Xbox Live Gold.
Is there any sort of like hard drive or memory unit?
Has to be.
I don't. They would. Yeah, you would think so, but don't know. Doesn't say.
Like, if that's the case, then there probably might be more details might come out of it if there is something like this coming out of it. Maybe an E3, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it, but we'll just have to wait and see come E3 time.
Yep.
Yes. Dennis mentioned it last week, and we're going to talk a bit more about it, but hopefully just want to skive along, because you know how much we love the Call of Duty series here on this podcast. There is the official first trailer of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was released.
Yeah, I guess it's official now. That
yes.
Did you guys watch it?
Yep.
Yes, I did watch it, and it's just pretty much same as every other Call of Duty game.
Same trailer. It's
Trying to make it look so brilliant, so epic, and then you play it, and it's just like, oh, this is basically the same game we've been playing for the last 5 years.
Yep. We'll have to see. Well, it's in. I guess we can say the near future. I guess.
Yeah, it's
2023.
partly set in 2025.
Yeah.
But again, Modern Warfare series was set in the near future as well.
Mhm.
It was set in like this decade here, like 2016, 2017, etc. So it's pretty much the same deal here.
Well, this one
except
looks
that-
like more future, if
Yeah,
you can say it that way, with the robots
looks-
and everything. And
yeah, like more future, yeah, in terms of gadgetry and weapons and like vehicles and things like that now.
yeah. So now you're wondering if it's not becoming, like we were talking about yesterday, Darren, if it's not becoming like completely far flung, like Call of Duty's going over the edge, like that, like Saints Row, separated itself from Grand Theft Auto by doing their own crazy, silly stuff. Like is Call of Duty separating itself from the other shooters by doing crazy, silly stuff? Separating itself from Battlefield and Medal of Honor and those other shooters by doing something crazy. Like going back in time, forward in time, back in time. I don't know. I don't know how they're thinking, but I'm not. I'm not. Oh my God, anticipating this game. But I kind of want to see what they do with the story in this one. If it's different, if it's completely the same thing, but in the future, or I'm gonna have to wait and see how that goes, I guess. But
Yeah, this is exactly though. Like I'm not looking forward to it though, because like I know I've had my fill with the Call of Duty series, and
yeah,
I'll rent it out probably and play through the campaign. But like as I say, I can't care less about anything else.
nah, right. Call of Duty
It's
needs to
coming
take a
out.
break.
It's coming out like the 13th, so it is.
Can't
13th
really
of what?
take a break, I guess, because they like beaten all the records in pre-sales now with Black Ops 2. I think they've broken all the records in pre-sales.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Does it come
we
out this
don't-
year or next year? Or, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
I didn't
coming out. Well, it's an annual thing now. It's like a sports game, so it's coming out
okay.
probably in October, September, October, something. We'll have to see.
So does
Okay.
anybody still play like Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2, or they just switch to the new game and then stop playing the old game?
Well, most of my friends that I know that still play Call of Duty games, they like when the new one comes out, they'll switch to the new one and play online for the entire year until the next one comes out, and then they switch to the next one.
So it's just like Madden then, or anything like that.
Yeah, Madden or NHL or
NCAA or all that.
just yeah, that's exactly right. That's pretty much how it is.
Huh.
So it's an annual sports extravaganza of the Call of Duty series now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
People like that, good for them. It's not my.
But yeah, there's a lot of people. It's not really. I think there's a lot of people sort of dropped out of Modern Warfare 3 already. Just said it's just getting tiresome now though. So.
Yeah.
But then again, this broke all pre-order records, which I couldn't fucking care less. It's pretty much a given at this point.
Mhm.
Like, I love the fact that people say that's news. No, it's not.
Yeah. Like-
It's just pretty much given at this point because it's the only fucking game that tends to do that nowadays.
Yeah, there's a new Call of
Like
Duty game
franchise.
coming out this year. No, that's not news. That's a
That's a
regular
given.
thing, Yeah. So
So anyway, it's coming out 13th of November, I believe, and everyone and their granny will probably play it
Yep.
and pick it up and still fucking be the best-selling game of the year. And people like myself couldn't care less.
So are you gonna buy it?
No, like I said, I'll rent it. Probably just to play the campaign. That's it. I can't, as I said, just don't care less
I'm
about
really-
that series anymore.
really not sure. I'm gonna have to see a little bit of the story and see how it goes, but kind of getting tired of the Call of Duty series, honestly. Didn't even finish Modern Warfare 3, so we'll have to see.
Oh. Okay.
So anyway, on to another story that's probably something that will not really care to you guys. I don't know about you, Derek. Did you ever play Bayonetta?
I own it, and I've played like the first few missions or chapters. I don't know. I guess I just I don't know. I got lost interest maybe because the scoring system is like it gives you like a grade after every level. I just kept on getting like really low grades. I was like, well, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. So why should I play? But no, I don't. I really like the character and I really like the style of the game. I guess I just haven't gone back to it.
Yeah, it's Bayonetta. It's apparently that the sequel, which actually hasn't been officially announced yet, has been cancelled. And if that is the case, that will really upset me because I absolutely loved Bayonetta on the Xbox 360. Played it when it came out, got it, and it was basically one of my favorite games of 2010. I just loved the character, loved the over-the-top action, loved the boss battles and just the whole insaneness of the game. And this, like last there was this report that they might be cancelling it. A source from Sponge. Because according to the same source, you cannot confirm whether the game is in development or may be reduction. The unannounced sequel will have featured a new character who is a member of the U.S. military. So I don't know if it's nothing I don't think has actually come out of this at the moment yet. It hasn't been updated, I believe. But if it does be confirmed, then I'm going to be really disappointed with it because I absolutely loved Bayonetta, and I'd pretty much love to see a sequel for that game. Any of you guys looking forward to Anarchy Reigns whatsoever?
I have no idea what that is.
Is that the other Platinum Games game?
It's the last Platinum Games sort of collaboration with Sega now, which is Anarchy Reigns. It's this multiplayer brawler and has these loads of characters, and some of the characters like Jack from Mad World and Bayonetta from Bayonetta are in this game. And there was a video shown of the multiplayer of like the developers facing off against one another like not too long ago, and it looks pretty interesting indeed, and just advise you to check it out and see if it's your fancy.
Is it co-op or is it competitive or what is it?
I think it's just competitive now, but there might be some co-op aspects now. Like I haven't been really looking up too much information now, but it's out in July, so it is. So it's out pretty soon. But I've pre-ordered it anyway because anything Platinum does at this point for me is just gold. Because I loved Bayonetta, I really enjoyed Vanquish, and I'm sure this should be pretty good as well. And of course they're doing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance with Kojima Productions.
I guess I'll look it up and see.
Yes. And finally, the end of this long list of news is Valve.
Yep.
Who we know, of course, had done the Half-Life series, Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress, Portal, etc., etc.
Yes.
Apparently they're not announcing any new games at E3, which is not really that surprising to tell the truth, but...
Yeah. Disappointing. I was hoping for news on Half-Life 3. Or Half-Life 2.
Well, are they telling the truth?
Yeah.
Half-Life 3 is pretty much becoming the new Shenmue 3 at this point. It's been so fucking long since we've heard anything about that game. And like episode 2, that was 2007.
Yep.
Nearly 5 years later now, and still no news. But there's like these little teases with people wearing t-shirts saying Half-Life episode 3, Half-Life 3, and stuff like that. And some people are really getting pissed off at Valve, apparently just saying, just announce the fucking game already.
Yeah.
We know you're working on it, or...
Yeah, I thought they said they were working on it, but they haven't announced anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like...
But you think they would do so at the thing that, like now, since it's been so bloody long since the last, like, Half-Life episode, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, there was going to be an episode 3, but, like, what's the point of doing an episode 3 now when it's been so long? It should just basically Half-Life 3 at this point.
I don't know what they're doing, and they're pulling off a Blizzard now. They're just saying, oh, when it's done.
I had heard that whenever they develop a game, instead of like fixing things, they just start over or something, or they start over a lot from scratch.
Yeah,
So
like they
that could
scratch and
be
they
why it
restart.
takes so long. I don't know.
I don't know. It's taken a while. Been a long time since I actually played episode 2. I think I played it when it came out.
Yeah, I
So
played it in the orange box,
yeah.
360.
And they made a second Portal. They made a second Left 4 Dead. So
Yep.
it's like,
They made 2 Left 4 Dead games and 1 Portal game, and sequel to Portal since then, pretty much.
yeah. Well,
But people just want Half-Life 3 at this point.
yeah. People just want the premiere series, I guess, of Valve, if we can call it that way. You know, we'll have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they lying though? You know, as Derek said, are they telling BS? Will they, you know, announce something at E3 and come out and say, "Hey, here's Half-Life 3"? You know.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, it could be just bullshit, and you never know.
Yep.
But, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep.
Because wasn't it like Valve that said as well, oh, we're not going to do anything with we're not going to do anything with like, Sony anymore or something because of the bad, like the Orange Box port was bad or something for the PS3, and then like Left 4 Dead never came out for it, and then he came like a couple of years ago on E3 saying, yeah, Portal 2 is going to be on PS3 and it's going to have Steam support.
Right.
Yep.
So, could this be another bullshit
Yeah.
scenario or whatever?
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Just come E3 and we'll see. We never know. It might be a bit of a surprise. It might be. You never know. We'll just have to wait and see anyway.
Yep.
I haven't played through the Half-Life episodes. I played through Half-Life 2 like back in 2010.
Mhm.
Still have to get through the episodes. So
They're good.
still have plenty of time to do that anyway.
Yeah,
for
the
time
episodes are
being.
great.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all we've basically been talking about in the news now. Long list of stuff. Some announcements, some no shows.
Yep.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the future anyway. So what else we've been playing now? What we've been playing, Dennis?
What we've been playing? I don't know what you guys have been. No, I know what you guys have been playing.
Yes, games we've been playing. Yes. You really
Uh,
fucked up this today.
very, very, very quiet week for me this week. Haven't been gaming a whole lot, let's say. I've been watching more TV shows than gaming, which we'll get to later on in the podcast. I guess I could say I've been playing FIFA 12 mostly the past week. Been playing the Euro back and forth. You know, I've been playing with different teams. Tried France, tried Germany, England. I guess I've been playing as the good teams. I guess you know I'm not gonna play as Zimbabwe.
England's not a good team.
Well, they're ranked pretty high in the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't consider them a good team because they always fucking do crap in those tournaments.
Yeah, well, that's what you told me. I wouldn't know. I don't really watch European soccer.
Nah.
So, been playing some of that. I've actually started a new season with my my be a player. How do they call it? They don't call it be a player. They call it.
Be a pro, I believe
Yeah.
it's called.
And I've started my a new season, and I'm playing in the British League. I'm playing with Arsenal now, so that should make Daniel Dwyer happy.
Yes.
So yes, I'm still enjoying it. I don't know. It's not a game that hooks me like nonstop, like I would play the game nonstop, but you know, it's still pretty good, pretty decent game. Been playing some MLB 12 The Show also, some baseball. Still enjoying that a whole lot. I think I'm closing in on my third season now. I'm pretty much done with the third season of my character. He's now the all-star pitcher on the Chicago White Sox. So, like I'm the best pitcher on the team and one of the best pitchers in the league. And I'm playing on the second hardest difficulty. So, I think I'm pretty used to the game now. I think I'm gonna pump it up to the hardest difficulty. It's getting a little too easy now. So,
Yeah, if I got one of those games, I'd probably just pick it on the easiest difficulty because I'd be pretty much wiped the floor with if I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, well, I'm pretty much used to the pitching and you know how to pitch and all that. I've been playing the game for what 4 years now.
Like, so 09, I think, was the first one you got, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So maybe 4 years. So, because it's always, I guess, well, it has to do with the year. I think '08. I have '08, I think. And it'll be '08. I'd have to check, but I think I've been playing it for 4 years. Very good series, very good game, as usual. And went back to a game that came out 4 years ago, actually, yesterday. Me and Darren played that. Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Actually had a craving to play that game early in the week and asked Darren and said, hey, you want to play something? I said, yeah, sure. So we hooked up with two other buddies. One friend that should be on the podcast pretty soon. We will have him as a guest, Stan, and another.
Yeah.
Another.
Stan Higuera, he's Mexican.
Yes. And we played a little bit of that yesterday. Still even 4 years after, still a very, very good game. Took us a while to get used to the controls, but yeah, it's still a very good game. Terra's Hunt is still one of the best mods ever made for a multiplayer game, in my opinion. Anyway, it's very, very good. So probably, I wanted to play the game took us a while to play the game yesterday because I kind of came to the realization that my disc was scratched to hell. Like there's maybe
Yeah.
quarter-inch crevice in the disc from in the middle. So when I put it in my Xbox, could not read disc. So I was like, okay. So I downloaded the game from the Games on Demand on Xbox and paid a beautiful $30 for it. So
Yay!
so that's I didn't expect a 4-year game to be $30, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Like, Games on Demand's pretty much overpriced anyway, though.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so freaking expensive. Like 4 years ago, that game came out and it was $30 still. So I don't know. I wanted to play it, so I downloaded it and we played some. Probably will play some a little bit later. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
So what is the co-op mode in that?
It's Terrorist Hunt.
What do
Yeah,
you
it's
do?
good.
You just pick a map though, and then you pick this different density of enemies though. Like you could do low, normal, or high, and that just depends on the amount of enemies you have to kill on the map.
Yeah, but
So
and
is it survival?
Yeah,
somewhat, yeah, somewhat.
yeah, somewhat though, because you just go around and kill these terrorists now, and you only have a set number of respawns, depending on what difficulty you're playing it on.
Hmm.
So like we did on normal yesterday night, and you only have 2 respawns.
Yeah.
So if you get killed like twice, that's it, no respawns left, and then you get killed again, you're out of the match, and you have to wait for like other players to like die then.
Yeah, not
But also,
realistic. I think if you die once, you're dead. That's it.
it's like you have 1 respawn for realistic now.
Yeah.
And the thing as well though is that if one of your like say there's like 3 players, and if 2 of them are down, there's like 1 and they're respawning, you have to, that other player who's still alive can't die, because if that player dies as well, that's it, game over.
Yep.
No matter how many respawns you have left. So it is.
Yeah. The campaign is co-op. That's 2 players.
The campaign is co-op as well,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Me and Dennis played that 4 years ago when it came out. Co-op,
Unrealistic.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's a
And
very
it's,
good game.
it's still a great game. I really did enjoy playing it yesterday. It was still a lot of fun now, and I've seen like there's still a lot of people still playing as well, because I like looked up on the multiplayer lobbies, and there's still a bunch of them there. It's like, yep, still game sim still seems to be pretty popular, which is it's nice to see though, because most multiplayer games you probably try to go and find a match and they're just pretty much dead.
Yeah, it's very surprising that 4 years after, there's still lobbies and there's still a lot of people playing this game. It's very, very surprising. I was very surprised.
Yeah, it's just nice to see that though. Anyway,
Yeah.
it just shows it's still a very enjoyable game to play now, and I like to go back to it every now and again. Anyway, and I said play more later perhaps as well.
Yeah.
You ever played it now, Derek? Did you?
No, I've never played any of those games. None of the Tom Clancy's games, none of the Rainbow Six, none of Gra or whatever, none of those.
Yeah. But I think Rainbow Six is probably the best series in, well, in my opinion, of course, it's the best series in the Tom Clancy universe.
The Vegas ones basically
Well, the
are.
Vegas ones, yeah, the Vegas one was very good. Looking forward to Patriots next year. See how that turns out. Hope it's the same formula as the Vegas ones because the Vegas ones were very good.
Yeah, but it's just anything sort of like them, just basically in different settings. Like I'll be down for it definitely now.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since we have like a Rainbow Six game. They say it's been 4 years. That was the last one of the Rainbow Six series that's been released.
Yeah, that's
And since then, there's not been a really whole lot of stuff out of the Tom Clancy universe. Like there's been one Splinter Cell game,
yeah, and there's
Infection, Ghost
Ghost
Recon,
Recon coming
Future
out.
Soldiers coming out,
Yeah,
and then Rainbow Six. It's like not a whole lot though since then.
yeah, it's been pretty quiet in the Tom Clancy universe.
Yeah, it's not been not much so, but hopefully Rainbow Six Patriots is great anyway.
Hope so.
So anything else, Dennis? Is that it?
Well, I think that's pretty much it for video games. Been quiet week this week, getting ready for Diablo and Max Payne to come out in 2 weeks' time. So we'll see how
Less
that
than
goes.
2 weeks. Oh,
Less than 2 weeks,
Yeah.
less than 2
15th.
weeks.
Next Tuesday, pretty much.
Yep. So,
I've got, as I said, got my collector's edition pre-ordered, and probably, who knows, by luck I might get it the day before, or just the day off.
no,
So anyway, Derek, what have you been playing?
not a whole lot in the last week or so. I'll mention a few things. Last weekend in Mass Effect 3 was another little special weekend, challenge weekend that BioWare set up. I think it was called Operation Exorcist. The goal was for the community as a whole to kill 1 million phantoms. And then the individual goal is to finish a map on gold difficulty all the way to extraction. So I played gold a couple times. The first time I played with a bunch of random people. So I got pretty lucky, and I played with some people that knew like what they were doing, and they had a good strategy down. We played against the Geth, and we played on the map from one of the maps from the demo. I think it's called Firebase White. And basically, you set up. There's like a building you can go into, and if you go to the lower level of the building, there's a room that gets kind of covered by like a countertop or something. And if you have two people that stay behind that counter, you can kind of see two different areas where the gas will come down on the stairs. And then you have two other people outside, kind of parallel to where you are, looking at kind of the same way, same direction. And they'll be shooting dudes that come down the stairs, and then people that come through the building and then come outside. And I was playing as a Solarian engineer, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too difficult. As long as you got people that know what they're doing and that are higher level, have the characters spec'd out right, it's pretty rewarding when you can fight through, 4 Geth Primes at once, along with a bunch of other, hunters and Geth Pyros all at the same time. And, you just take them all down real quick because you have guys that are, know exactly what they're doing. It also helped that I had the decoy out for my Solarian, because the Geth go right after the decoy, and you can just, pick them off while they're doing that. And then I think we had another guy that had sabotage, which, turns the Geth to your side for, 10 seconds or whatever, which is enough to, take them down or take it on another Geth that they're shooting at. So it's really fun. It's, you got to be constantly like, aware what's going on. And it is challenging, but it's definitely rewarding when you get, like 90,000 credits or 60,000 credits just for one match.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a lot better than doing it like easy and like the bronze and silver though, where you get
20,000.
fuck all.
Yeah.
Well, silver you probably get maybe like 20 or 30,000 credits. It is a little more challenging, but yeah, gold is definitely the way to go to build up money. And I played another gold match on Sunday with George and Richard, and then we played with one random guy, which luckily, he followed our directions to say, okay, go here, do this. So that one didn't go quite as well, but we did finish, and we got full extraction on that one too. So it's pretty fun. Well, I'd like to try it again with you guys, or at least, I don't know if Darren wants to play, but if you want to try Dennis.
No, unfortunately, no offense but I'm pretty much done with the multiplayer in that game. Like, I had my fun with it though, but I just don't see myself going back to it now anytime soon.
We could try it once.
I can see how you would get bored of it, because you're playing on bronze constantly, and you're seeing the same maps, and it's generally fairly easy, except for maybe the last 2 waves. It can be pretty boring, but when you're fighting, Geth Primes or, brutes. Like
No,
every single wave, it can be really challenging, and you gotta,
I know that I can see that now. It's just not just like just doing like the same bronze though, but like it's as I say, it's just the same enemies, even though it's like more of them, like more of the challenging ones and the higher difficulties and that. Now it's just it's just a game I just really can't devote a lot. Just basically, I just feel like I've had my fill with it.
Any news on some DLC for that? New DLC coming out?
I don't think so. No, I haven't heard anything.
No.
It's just that DLC was released there not too long ago, wasn't it? With new characters and that.
Yeah,
and
it was
just like a few extra maps.
Yeah, but
as
main
well,
story
I believe.
DLC, are they going to wait for the revisited ending, or?
Yeah, they're doing that first before anything else.
Okay, that sucks. Anyway.
Probably hear something at E3, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
I guess, yeah.
So I played that. I also have been playing Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet in short little bursts. It's a fun game. It's kind of like, your Castlevania Symphony of the Night or Super Metroid, where you have this big map and you're trying to get different powers to unlock certain sections of the map. There's big boss battles and stuff. And it's pretty fun. I really like the art style in that game a lot.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
I've played a bit of it now. I haven't played too much of it though, but I enjoy what I've played of it.
it's primarily a single player game, but there is a co-op mode called the Lantern
Yes,
Run, and
we know of it.
you're trying to it's 4 players, and you each have a lantern that you have to grab onto with this little arm that is on your spaceship, and you have to carry it through. I don't know, is it like 10 waves or 10 levels or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's 10 rooms. Like you get to a room, yeah, a certain point, and then
yeah, in different rooms you have to destroy some rubble to get through using your saw blade, or you have to drop your lantern and pick up the big rocks to move them out of the way, and things like that. And you're constantly being attacked or followed by this huge monster that fills up the entire screen.
Yep.
And if you don't move fast enough, he's gonna like kill you basically.
Yes.
Lantern
So
Warriors.
I'd be up for trying that if you guys want to try it sometime.
Yep, we should.
Yeah,
we should
we should though, and just swear at one another like the giant bomb. True.
we should record ourselves doing that. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, Gamedom podcast special or something.
Yeah, but yeah,
See ourselves getting pissed off. Yeah.
as you said, they're on the. I think GameSpot made these lantern runs pretty famous. And,
Giant bomb. Yeah, exactly.
it's pretty wild seeing those guys actually yell at each other. Like the final one that was published yesterday. Oh my god, the ending is absolutely epic. The ending is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. It is fantastic.
I'm just gonna guess that they didn't actually finish it.
No, they didn't get through. I think they got to the 7th.
Yeah, 6th or 7th one probably
Yeah.
furthest. Yeah.
But
I've
it
seen the
was-
first 2, but not the first one.
They don't communicate, so that's the problem. Like they don't say, okay, you grab this, you do, like communicate with each other. They just yell at each other, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's
Funny.
it's hilarious.
It just brings out the worst of them, especially Brad.
Yeah, Brad just freaking loses his mind. He loses his mind at the end of the video, and that's hilarious.
I'll have to watch that again. That's just make me laugh.
That's a classic.
It's just too funny.
Yeah, I'll watch
Just
it.
basically watch it sometime. Just basically, you'll see what happens anyway.
A couple more things. I've started playing Batman Arkham City last week because I figured I kind of felt like playing a new game. And I liked Arkham Asylum, but I didn't like it as much as everybody else. I think mainly because of the combat. Like I just
Oh, you don't
had
like
trouble.
combat?
I think combat in it was one of the best things about that game, quite frankly.
Well, the idea is to like take out all the guys that are attacking you without getting hit and getting this massive combo up. But the problem is I can get no more than like 10 hits before I get hit
I agree
or
with
the
you.
combo stops.
Mhm.
And that's what it frustrates me, and that's my problem with it. But I mean, when it works perfectly, it's really cool because you just take out everybody and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let's
just so
go.
flowing and just like go to the side and then fly over the side and just whack them dead and that.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Were you trying to get the achievement? That's why it frustrated you to get hit after a couple of them.
I
think
think
there's
so,
an
but I
achievement.
think I'd rather take them all out like the way that they want you to without getting hit.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you,
It was like
I didn't do it either. So I think my highest I went is 15 or 16, and then you usually get hit.
it was like 40 the achievement, wasn't
The
it?
achievement's 40, yeah.
Yeah, I got the 39, and then it was like in the like library. I was like I forget what part it was though,
Hmm.
but it was in the I think the museum part or something, whatever it was.
Hmm.
I got to 39, and then bam, fucking lost it. I was like so annoyed. I was like one away from it. That was like the best I ever did. I never got it close to it then.
And I don't know if you got to this point yet, Derek, but if you find it annoying now, wait until you get the guys with the electric sticks and the gun.
well, in the first game it was like that. Yeah, like you couldn't just take them out like the other guys. You had to do something special or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have all those guys mixed up together, and there's like 30 guys attacking you, like towards the end.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah,
many
that'll
times
yeah.
I restarted that. Holy crap, that was ridiculous.
So I like the open world aspect of it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You can like glide around. The only problem I have with the gliding is it says if you use the gliding in combination with
The dive.
the dive bomb thing, yeah, you're supposed to be able to just like constantly fly around, but I can't figure out how to do that. Like every time I try and dive bomb, it just goes straight down. And I want wanna,
Yeah, I think you need to get some. I think your skills. You need to bump up your skills for that. For him to constantly go fly around, you can't do it at the very beginning. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I do like the grappling hook thing where you can just like click on the right button bumper and then you can grapple onto stuff. I wish you
Yeah.
could swing around like you can like in like the animated series cartoon where he's like
Yeah.
swinging around on the grappling hooks and stuff. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
that's pretty cool.
So I'm really at the very beginning. I did
Okay.
the whole encounter with Two-Face and then now
Oh
Wow,
yeah, you're at the
Quinn
very
and-
beginning. Yeah.
I still haven't seen the Joker yet, but I mean I've heard him on the
Have you played as Catwoman yet? Not yet.
just that very beginning little intro
Okay.
part.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I got to I think it was the part where you had in the Mr. Freeze location though, or something like that. I think that was the first I got in the game. I think I might try and go back to it as well, because...
Oh, you didn't finish it either? Yeah, there.
No, I never finished Arkham City. I finished Arkham Asylum, but
Okay.
as I said, and I only got to like around the part where Mr. Freeze is at.
Okay.
But like I don't have encountered him yet though, but it's like that you have to go around. I forget exactly what you have to do now, but I know it's like something to do with Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
That's the first I got in that game now, but I should try and go back to it though. Because like I said before, Dark Souls pretty much stopped me from finishing that game.
It's a great game. I really liked it.
So yeah, depending on what I get from my Gentleman's Challenge, I'll continue to play that until Diablo 3 comes out.
Yeah.
Last thing, I've still been playing the Marvel Avengers Alliance on Facebook. It's really addicting because
Yeah.
I like the Marvel characters and I like turn-based RPGs that are fairly simple combat system, and I like it. So.
Do you have to be a part of Facebook to play it?
Yeah, you do.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's me out of the picture then, because I'm not a part of Facebook and I don't want to be. So
You're anti-Facebook?
kind of, yeah, pretty much. I know a lot of people do use it though. Like I'm just more of a Twitter guy. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people prefer Facebook to Twitter, and there's people that prefer Twitter to Facebook. I'm just pretty much in the latter category there.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
enjoying
post
that.
on Facebook much. I post on Twitter mostly, but I have Facebook for family and then like the games that are on there. So
Yeah.
A lot of my relatives and like my brother uses it, and like my two brothers use it, and lot of like my relatives use it, but I just don't use it.
yeah, and a lot of people don't like it, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
All right, so what have you been playing, Darren?
Well, bit here and there anyway. I've actually last week, as you know, was my birthday,
Yeah.
so it was last Sunday, and I just decided to go back into the retro route because I just felt like it's been a while since I actually played anything retro, and I went back to playing the Donkey Kong Country 1, and I played Donkey Kong Country 2 yesterday. Now, did any of you ever play the Donkey Kong Country games?
I played the first one. Not to completion, but I played it a little bit.
I've never played.
Derek?
I briefly tried them, but I don't own them. I never really played
Just playing the first one there last Sunday just brought me back into 1994 when I was like 9 years old. Playing the first one again, just a great game though. And just classic 2D platformers at the end of the day though. I just absolutely love playing them at the end of the day, and I'll probably play the third one again this week though, because that's the third one's actually my favourite. Which is not the popular opinion. A lot of people prefer the second one, but I just really more partial to the third mainly because the fact is that's the only one I fully completed. I got everything in the game, all the collectibles, and got the true ending. So I did. But like if you have a Wii, they're on the Wii Virtual Console. I recommend checking them out. If you have a Wii, so it's basically classic games. And as Dennis mentioned already, I played Rainbow Six Vegas 2 yesterday with him. It was enjoyable indeed, and hope to do that later as well. And back again, Xenoblade Chronicles. I mentioned this before with the Gentleman's Challenge on the forum. And I'm pretty much done with this game.
You failed your Gentleman's Challenge?
I'm pretty much I'm going to be failing my Gentleman's Challenge because I just have no desire to play the game. Like I still have another like week, 2 weeks, another week odd pretty much at this point, less than 2 weeks. But actually no, it's this week, this Saturday I believe the actual deadline is. But I just have no desire to play it though. It's just too many fucking side quests. And the thing is though, you don't really need to do them though. Like, but you don't need to do them all, but the thing is, if you want to like level yourself up like in a good steady level, you have to, because some of the side quests give you experience and like money, and if you don't do it, then you're probably going to be under leveled at a certain point of the game, and you're pretty much going to have to grind and grind and grind. If you actually seen this game played like a bunch of hours, you basically get the gist of what I'm talking about, because easily just loads of side quests. So, and that's pretty much the real detriment to the game for me. Like, it's a good game, it's a good looking game, like from a certain perspective. Combat's fun, story's pretty interesting in a way. It's just the fucking side quests and all that there just kind of buries you, and it just kind of spoiled my enjoyment of the game then at the end of the day, and I just can't really have any desire to play through it though. Dragon Ball, Revenge of King Piccolo for the Nintendo Wii.
Bam Bam Piccolo.
No.
Is that a fighting game or is that an
It's a
RPG?
beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up game pretty much. You just play as Goku. This is the Dragon Ball original series now, not Dragon Ball Z. Hence, It's called Revenge of King Piccolo, and takes place. It starts off actually at sort of second saga in it, the Red Ribbon Saga, and it just pretty much just completely skips everything before that, like the whole peel-off stuff and like the first World Tournament one, and just starts off when he's looking for his 4-star Dragon Ball. And for people who watch this series will know what I'm talking about anyway, because like I said, I've watched that series twice. So, I played like the first level, there's different levels and they're split into 3 different, like there's like 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. I done like the first like world pretty much, and it's a decent game though. It's pretty easy. Just basically go around kicking guys' asses with the stick, and you use your Kamehameha wave and things like that. Now it's a decent little game anyway.
Aren't there
I got
a ton of series like a Dragon Ball Z? Like I know there's Budokai and all that stuff. Like there's a billion different series about that.
Yeah, there's like the Budokai series, which is basically it was like Budokai. There was like these shitty ass ones on the like PlayStation, like, but they're like, I believe they're like ports of the Super Famicom ones or whatever on the SNES.
Okay.
Like these beat 'em up like fighting games are kind of crap. And then it's like the Budokai games on the PlayStation 2, and then they've gone on to like the Tenkaichi. Pretty much it's just an extension of them. But there's like there's loads of Dragon Ball games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a card sort of game one on the DS. There's Origins as well, Dragon Ball Origins, which is basically like a little, it's kind of a bit like Zelda in a way, like it's like a touch screen only on the DS as well. It's pretty much tells the story of the Dragon Ball series as well. Just so many of them.
Over 9,000.
That's probably the only joke you know of that fucking series whatsoever.
That's the only thing I know about that series. That's true.
Yeah. It's a good game though. Rhythm Thief and the Emperor's Treasure for the 3DS.
Okay.
Um,
How was that?
it's a very good game. It was supposed to be out in America, like around the same time or shortly before we got it, but for some reason over there it's been delayed until July.
Okay.
So surprisingly, yous are getting the short end of the stick this time around as opposed to us.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what it is, though, it's basically a mixture of, say, it's sort of like Professor Layton with kind of like maybe Elite Beat Agents or Rhythm Heaven. Those games
Yeah.
on the DS Wii. It's pretty much something like that now. If you watch gameplay footage online, it's something like that now. Like you go around like Paris, so you do, and talk to these different characters, and you find these different sort of collectibles and that. And then there's like these different rhythm mini games, which pretty much just act like they're pretty much the puzzles you can say in this game. It's like supposed to like in Professional Layton, you just do these puzzles, and they're very enjoyable. Though, like there's this one here, you basically have to sneak past these guards, and basically you have to touch to the rhythm. Just these different poses, and you have to hide behind these statues, and basically hit them in the right pose and the right time and that there. It's just very enjoyable. I know a lot of people were disappointed that this got delayed in the States, and I got it there last week. I played the demo of it on the 3DS, and just pretty much sold me, and then I just decided to get the game then.
Mm-hmm.
Thoroughly recommend getting it though. If you like rhythm games, definitely. I'm just kind of like those rhythm games. I like the rhythm. I love the Rhythm Paradise on the DS. Rhythm Heaven is all out in the Wii here. It's out on the Wii in July here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank fuck, because it's been out over there for a few months now. And, you know, Elite Beat Agents and games like that. And finally, I talked about this last week as well, I believe, and I finished it there. It's God of War Ghosts of Sparta, the HD version on the PlayStation 3. And it was very enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. I would have beaten the final boss in one go, but I didn't because there was a quick time event that came up and basically it was a split second. You had to do it or else you failed. But like as you said, if you enjoy your God of War games, it's pretty much just another good entry in the series anyway. So that's pretty much all I've been playing now. So
Okay.
yeah, still a good amount of games nonetheless. So despite the fact it's only been a week.
Yeah, you played a bunch. A bunch of games.
So what happens when you fail a gentleman's challenge? Do you have to like be penalized or something?
No, you just basically considered a rascal, really. It's just basically an all good fun thing. No, it's just basically a gentleman's challenge, right? The thing of a gentleman's challenge is that you give each other a game to finish through, and you have to do it by a certain date. Say like if you do this now, say it gives you to like say like the end of June or the end of July or whatever to do it, and if you don't do it by that date, you're considered a rascal. But if you do it, then you're considered like a gentleman. You have gentleman status now.
Okay.
Like I said there earlier, I'm pretty much going to be a rascal in the one I'm doing at the moment because I just couldn't care less. I just don't want to play through the game. I'm pretty much burnt out on the game now. Next time when I do a gentleman's challenge, I'm not going to bother doing a RPG whatsoever. But anyway, gentleman's challenge now between yourselves because I said there last week now for you to give each other a list of games for like sort of your backlog, whatever,
Yeah.
and each of you choose a game for one another to pick through, and I believe you've done that.
I guess we
Yeah,
did.
I suppose.
A lot of back and forth between.
Back and forth deliberations to
Yeah.
see what the heck you're supposed to do and shit.
Yeah. Well, it's like, hey,
Wow.
you should pick this for me.
Exactly.
So I guess
Basically said, pick this for me, but that's not the thing. Is you're just basically you can't say pick this game for me now. I don't want this game. I don't want this game. It's basically up to your
Yeah, I know.
counterpart basically to pick. So anyway now, what would be a good timeline for you want to finish this by?
Well, for Dennis, I'm going to say by May 15th, which is when
Okay,
Diablo 3
yeah.
comes out.
That's true. That's true.
Well, that's basically a bit, yeah.
I don't know. The
That's
game
kind
I'm
of-
going to pick is probably doable because I hear it's pretty short.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you want, if that's the case now, but the thing is, it has to be the same timeline though, because it can't be. You have to finish this by this date, and it's like, oh, you get an extra month or whatever.
No. So I
Okay.
guess.
So
Okay.
even though there's games coming out, would the end of June be suffice for you guys?
The end of June.
I guess it depends
Yeah.
on what it is.
Yeah. I
It
mean.
just depends on the game now. Like, I'll give you till the end of June to finish the game, because, like, of course, there's other games going to come out, and it'll probably, sideline the game in
Mhm.
question.
Yeah.
Because that was the case. That's basically the case with mine now, because basically other games have been sidelined that, and I couldn't care less now. So, anyway, first of all, Dennis,
Yeah.
what game have you chosen, Derek, to play?
Okay. Well, we went
Just give a few clues.
we went back
Oh, I
and
have to
forth.
guess now?
Oh, you have to guess. Okay. Well, I guess. Okay.
I don't know.
As we said, we went back and forth, deliberating via email, all pretty much the beginning of the week.
And we
Then-
only picked current gen games.
Yes, we did. We didn't go back in time, and
Because if I picked like PS2 games, it'd take like 2 hours to compile the list.
yeah, same here. So, yeah, we went with current generation stuff. The deliberations back and forth. From the list he gave me, we kind of chose, I guess, a top 3, but I think I'm going to scratch that, and we'll try to make it as less painful as we can for each other. So
No, this is just the one game we'll do though. It's just like
Yeah.
3 games is a bit overkill.
yeah, so I guess hints. Well, this won't be much. It will be pretty easy to guess. I guess I'll say the protagonist is a black man. It's an add-on to a game that came out a couple of years ago. It's a sequel to a best-selling game that came out also a couple of years ago. It takes place on the water. That should give it away, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
You don't?
You don't?
No.
It's Bioshock 2 Minerva's Den DLC for Bioshock 2. So,
Okay.
yeah, I picked this for Derek because I have played through this DLC, and I think everybody should play through the DLC because it is absolutely fantastic. I mean, Bioshock 2 itself wasn't all that great, but Minerva's Den was excellent. The ending is very, very touching, very good. So,
Now, did you finish Bioshock 2 now, Derek?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
okay, well, it doesn't really have a lot to do with the story. It does, it touches a little bit on the story, but it's like its own story by itself. And I found it to be very, very, very good. Even better than the Bioshock 2 game, so that's why I choose it for him, so he can. It's not very long. I guess it's 4 hours, maybe 5 hours.
Yeah,
it's-
so it's probably doable anyway, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I was kind of thinking. Do you want to pick like a second game? Just because if that's only 4 hours, I mean, I can definitely do that by by June.
Okay.
There was a thing actually introduced in this new section of Gentleman's Challenge over at the forum I visit. It was New Gents Plus, in that if you actually finish the game you have in question, if you did it in the time, then you can do New Gents Plus, which basically is you choose another game from the list then for your opponent to play through then.
Okay.
So if you finish it by if you finish both the games you're choosing here, if you finish like the Minerva's Den DLC by like the date, then Dennis can select another game for you to finish then.
Do I select right away, or do we wait until it?
No, but just wait until if he
Okay.
finishes the game first, and if he says like I finished it and then choose another game for me, like we could do it on the next whatever the time comes, and we could do it on the next podcast or whatever
Okay. So what's
time will be then.
So I guess BioShock 2 Minerva's Den. I hope you downloaded it, and you can play it, but it's very good.
I haven't actually think I have it at the moment, but I heard good things about it. I like to play through BioShock 2, even though it doesn't link anything in the story now, but I just like to play through it first though, and then play through
The gameplay in BioShock 2 was really, really good. Like you kind of got like a dual wielding thing. You can weapon and you can have your.
The gameplay is good, but the story is, I didn't find it. Yeah, didn't find it fantastic. But
Okay, so I guess now I'm picking for Dennis.
Yeah.
Correct.
Do you want me to give hints, or should I just straight up say it?
Yes, give hints as well.
Well, let's
Just for me to
see.
be a dumbass.
It's for Xbox 360.
I have that.
The reviews were maybe mixed. It was marketed very much. A lot of marketing went into the game.
Okay.
And I believe it's fairly short. But I
Okay.
haven't played it myself.
Hmm.
I think it takes place in the future. Or alternate, maybe an alternate future.
Okay.
You want to take a guess?
I have no fucking idea either.
I have,
I'm useless.
I have a couple of games that I gave to you that take place in the future, so
Unless I've seen
Okay.
these listed games.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Communism?
oh, okay, well that one's easy.
Okay.
Homefront,
Yeah.
I guess. All right. I
I
actually
thought
want.
you finished it.
No, I didn't finish it. I actually wanted to go back to it because it's actually a pretty good game. Except
you
I
have?
got to I have played it, but I never finished it. Most of the
Okay.
games I gave you, Derek, I've played a little bit through it, but never finished it completely. Like there's no game on that list that I bought, left on the shelf, and haven't touched. Like I'm not Darren over there. So
Cheeky.
I buy a game and I play through it, and if I don't like it, I put it on the shelf and I don't touch it for a while. So I did play through it. I got to a point where it was a little tough, and I said, oh no, and other stuff was coming out, so I said, okay, I'm gonna shelf it. But it's actually a very decent game, very good game, and I'm thinking of going back. I was thinking of going back to it. That's why I put it on the list. Do I have to play at a certain difficulty, or I hope you don't say hard or medium? Because I played on medium and I got killed. I got really.
Just basically.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
nah, just do normal anyway. I'll probably leave it. But like there is an extra incentive though. Like you can give extra like objectives, like finish this game on hard or finish this game doing this or that. But if you just basically decide just finish the game on the standard difficulty, like that's dead on.
I think it's
Yeah,
a
that's
good thing. It allows us to finish games that we probably shelved for a little while and said, oh no, I'm not gonna play this because this and that and that.
Right.
So it actually gives us an incentive to go back and play it.
Yeah, that's exactly what this Gentleman's Challenge is about, though. Anyway, like I said, it was done on Pete's Game Room Forum there. Like I've took part in 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
so I have. The first one I was given Sellers of the Colossus, so it was,
Okay.
and it was basically a big failure because this was before the
You never finished
no,
it?
I think this was. I think it was actually short. I think it might have been. I think it was actually no. I think this was before the actual HD collection that came out. This was I got to have the PS2 version, and it says a big failure because the fact is that the game I had, I don't know if it was just my version or whatnot though, but it was bugged. It was glitched because I couldn't get I couldn't get to the second Colossus because when I go down the path down to near the second Colossus, the game would just hang. It was just like kind of freeze. You couldn't move or whatsoever, and then it would just freeze. And I tried that several times, and that just happened, and that pretty much like screwed me over then, and I couldn't do anything about it. And then the last one there before this one I got The World Ends With You for the DS with the extra objective that I had to finish the Another Day, which is this extra sort of scenario in the game, and I had to finish it as well, and which I did that, so I did. So I did that one. I failed one, I've done one, and I'm going to be feeling another one here because, like I said, Xenoblade Chronicles, just couldn't care less.
There should be a
So
penalty, like if you fail a certain game, like the host gets to pick the person that actually won the challenge, I guess, gets to pick a game that you really don't want to play, and then you play it.
Oh, I know what I
If
would
you
pick.
want,
Yeah, I
if
know.
you want to do that though, if that's the case though, like we could do that in our own little. We can just basically add our own little twist into the format if you wish. If you feel their
Yeah.
objective, then basically you have to play this game or you have to do this forfeit or whatnot now.
Yeah, I guess we could add that when you're ready to embark with us on the Billman's challenge. We could do that. So we could.
Yes, exactly. Actually, you know what? I probably will do it from next week though. So I'll probably give a list of games to both of yous now.
Okay.
The same list of games, and you could deliberate amongst yourselves then, between yourselves, that which game,
You should
and
play.
decide
Okay.
what I should play then.
That's cool.
And we could do that for the next podcast.
That's good.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
So anyway, that's it now. So Dennis has got Homefront to finish.
Yes. I'm
Which
actually
isn't
gonna
that-
restart the game from the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah, restart.
Yeah.
It isn't that long though, Stark. You're correct. I heard it's about 5 hours
Yeah,
long.
it's-
I
it's not long.
haven't played it myself. And Derek has the Minerva's Den DLC to do for Bioshock 2, which again, heard it's not that long either. So I think he's probably will do the New Gens Plus because the games you have in question, as said, they're not that long, so you can easily finish them within the next couple of days, I guess.
Yeah. I guess so.
So just basically choose a second one when you do that for each other,
Okay.
and then we'll discuss it in the next podcast.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
Where I'll join into the fray then. Okay, right. Do you guys still want to talk about E3 or will we leave that to the next podcast?
I guess we could touch upon
Uh,
it. If this hasn't been running too long, I don't know. I haven't.
Well, it's actually just it's just over an hour at the moment, like an hour 12, so
Well, we have time. We can do it this week, I guess.
yeah, so like it's not been going that long either. So anyway, E3, as we know, is coming up pretty soon, like a month's time.
Yeah.
Of course, the big usual thing that starts it off is the press conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft one, the Sony one, the Nintendo one, and also like the third party stuff like Ubisoft and EA
Yeah.
and a few others as well. So basically, I'm just going to ask Dennis first of all: is there anything you're expecting from this E3?
Stuff I'm expecting. I guess we could. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear the first words about the new Sony and Microsoft consoles and the next generation consoles. I guess if it's the Xbox 720, which would be a fucking stupid name to call it, but anyway.
1080.
Yeah, if like some sort of Xbox and some sort of PlayStation, I guess PlayStation 4, yeah, whatever, okay. But I think we're gonna hear the first words about those. I hope we get to see a little bit more about the Wii U, which has been pretty much dead since E3 last year. Like there hasn't been a lot of announcements about that.
No, there hasn't been a whole lot of stuff now. It's basically been rumors saying it's apparently actually less powerful than the current generation of consoles, like the 360 and PS3 apparently,
Yeah,
and things like that now. But we'll say we probably will get, more news, of course, because it's supposedly coming out this year.
Yeah.
So it is.
apparently for the holidays. So I guess we'll have to see. I'm expecting news on GTA 5. If it's actually going to be at the end of the year or if it's going to be next year. Kind of anticipating that one a little bit, especially.
I'll be surprised if it is this year, quite frankly.
Yeah, I guess so. But Take-Two is in deep crap right now, so who knows? Maybe they'll release two games in the same year. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen.
Never know.
And I guess the regular surprises that they're gonna show. Like out of the blue, games coming out. I don't know which sequel we could see, but it's always nice to have those little surprises here and there, like a sequel to this, sequel to that, and we'll have to see what's up.
There wasn't really a whole lot of like big surprises out last year. Like
No, not
last year to me was a pretty so-so one. It was like none of the press conferences. I watched like pretty much all of them anyway. They weren't really that enjoyable. Like the way the Nintendo one was probably maybe the best, just because the fact is you want to hear just see what the whole hubbub was about the Wii U
Yeah,
and things like that there. But Microsoft one again pretty much was Kinect centric.
yeah.
And I have a feeling it's probably just going to be the same again this
Oh
year
God, I hope
because
not. Enough Connect, for God's sakes.
because I don't know if it's still selling very well now. I don't know.
Yeah,
But that's kind of what they went on about though, because it was like selling quite well around the time of last year's. I don't know if it's going to be the same this year. I hope to God not as well, Dennis,
yeah. I hope not.
because I really just hated I didn't really enjoy it though. It's like all these different games like Disneyland Adventures and stuff like that now, which like appeals to some, of course,
Yeah,
but not to everyone.
I'm not even sure if children play with the Connect as much as they wanted it to be more family centric, I guess. With the Once Upon a Monster and Connect Adventures and games like that. I don't know if it's gonna continue that vein or if they're going in another direction with the Connect. But anyway, it's more popular than the PlayStation Move, so I guess
Yeah, like you don't really hear a lot of stuff about the PlayStation Move at all, and like there's not a lot of, from what I can see, there's not really a whole lot of games coming out for the PlayStation 3 to have like Move
Yeah,
compatibility either now. So it seems in a way that the Sony have pretty much given up.
I think so because nothing's coming out with that Move thing. So
There's that actually Sorcery game that was like shown like a few years ago. Apparently it's coming out soon
the sorcery game.
again. It was like I think it was shown in E3 2010.
Oh, the one.
This is like before.
Is it the one with
The
the
one-
commentator? That's very well done. It's very good. The guy that kept saying very good to the other guy that was playing. Is that the game you're talking about?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
You were playing like a wee wizard guy, so you wore and you had the wand and you moved around.
Okay,
You had like the wand sort of thing, pretty much.
I don't
It's not
remember.
it's like pretty much like Harry Potter, pretty much.
Okay.
In a way. But like that's apparently supposed to be coming out soon. I was like first sort of proper game I was seeing. For that there.
Mm-hmm.
This was like before the move actually came out now. So this is actually coming out now apparently soon. So anything else, Dennis, here? Expecting?
No,
Or soon?
I'm trying to think about stuff. I hope we see some stuff about Prey 2, since it's back on, it hasn't been canceled. And that's actually a game I'm looking forward to for 2013. Something to look forward to, and other games, that we're anticipating this year, Borderlands and stuff like that. So,
Bioshock, yeah.
yeah, Bioshock also. So,
Assassin's Creed 3. So like so you'll see like more of the stuff that'll be coming out this year, of course, and
Yeah.
of course be some surprises.
of course.
So anyway, Derek, anything you're expecting or looking forward to E3 this year?
I don't really have any expectations. I guess maybe Dead Space 3, 'cause I think I heard something about a rumor they saw a listing for it somewhere. I don't know. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I hope or I wish that there would be some announcement for Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3, but I doubt it.
Mhm.
Other than that, I'm just looking forward or hoping to be excited and surprised about something that we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
It seems like the last couple of years, it's been all pretty much stuff that's been leaked or been rumored.
Yeah, that's just the real killer thing about E3 now, because something that would surprise you otherwise, it's like, oh, we just saw this coming because the fact is it was like leaked a day early or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm hoping for the most, is just to be like for my jaw to drop at something like, oh my god, I can't believe they're making this, or that looks so amazing.
Mhm.
But that doesn't seem to be the case for the last couple of years. But other than that, I don't really have any specific expectations for E3. But I'm looking forward to it. I took the week off of work so I can watch all the live coverage and stay up late to watch all the Giant Bomb recordings or live podcasts or whatever. And so
Yeah.
I look forward to E3 every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giant
Yeah, I
Bomb and
always-
GameSpot together this year, so
Yep.
it should be interesting.
Yeah, should be interesting indeed. Yeah, I always enjoy listening to the E3 bombcast. So like, I enjoyed last year's, especially there was like a 4-hour fucking one with like David Jaffe and a few other ones like developers there, and it was very enjoyable listening, like talking about journalism and things like that now.
Mhm.
So it was, and sure it'll probably be the same this year. From what I've been expecting now, I'm just hoping that the rumors of hopefully this Shenmue HD release coming to fruition
Okay.
in E3, that's kind of one of the things I'm actually hoping to see. I know it's kind of silly, considering the fact there's like, current generation stuff, Wii U stuff, but that's one of the things I actually want to see happen, because I love Shenmue,
Mhm.
and it has been it was like rumored there a few weeks ago that there was a Shenmue 1 and 2 HD release coming because it was already done or something. So there is the Jet Set Radio one coming in the summertime, and sort of release for it in the Xbox Live Arcade and that. So hopefully the next one is the Shenmue 1 and 2. And despite the fact I already have those games, I'll gladly pay.
He'll gladly pay again
I'll
for.
gladly pay the money again to play them on Xbox Live Arcade on achievements and HD resolution.
Yeah.
As I said, Shenmue 3 never going to happen. Of course, I always just strive one year that will somehow be announced, but I'm basically hoping for a lost cause at this point, though. Anyway, just basically saying Wii U stuff, though. I'm just looking forward to seeing what Wii U stuff comes out of it, though. I hope there's a new WarioWare game, since it's been a while since there's been a WarioWare game. Have any of you ever played the WarioWare series?
Never.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the last one was out in the DS, so it was. It came out like 2009, 10. It was like do it yourself. So basically, it's that one you can create your own sort of WarioWare mini games, like micro games, which I wasn't really a fan of. But I really hope that the Wii U has one, hopefully sometime soon. That's pretty much all. Like, I don't know if there's going to be anything on Sony or Microsoft in terms of new console announcements, because I think there has been saying that they're not going to do anything this year about it, but you never know. Like, some people tend to lie and bullshit, so they do, and we just have to wait and see what happens. So, but like I said, I'm really looking forward to E3 this year as well. Like, I really enjoy watching the podcast. Twitter goes fucking frantic.
Yeah.
That is probably the best. That's probably the most enjoyable part for me, though, is going on Twitter and just watching the press conferences and just everyone just going psycho over on Twitter, though, just like, what the fuck's this? What the fuck's this? And all this here. It's just very exciting now. So basically, if you want to have a joyous time, just go on your Twitter, follow, and basically watch your press conferences and watch Twitter blow up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I remember that in 2010, though, when I started, like when I was on Twitter, I joined Twitter in 2010. I remember just watching the press conferences and just basically just twittering every 5 fucking seconds about what was happening here in the press conference and just basically everyone else's reactions.
Yeah, Twitter just explodes when that happens.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable though. And of course, like the Bombcast as well, like I mentioned before there, just really enjoy listening to them as well.
Yeah.
Just as long as I don't have that woman I mentioned last time on it, though, I'd be happy enough. If she's on it, like okay, not gonna listen to it. So that's pretty much all I have to talk about E3 now. I'll probably talk a bit more about it maybe like, around the time it comes about and give our like thoughts on the press conferences and that overall at the end of the day. So we will.
Yeah, we need to make a special E3 podcast, I guess.
Yeah, which will go on for 4 hours. No,
Yeah.
we're not gonna be Bombcast length now, pretty much.
Have some guests.
That'll be fucking serious. Eh?
Yeah.
Right, so anyway, finally we've gone to our final category, which is of course what we've been watching. So, let me see who will go first. I think I will actually go first because I always usually just go last, so I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go first though because I usually ask one of you two to go first, so I'll just go first this time. Not a whole lot I've been watching now. I actually haven't watched this week's episode of Game of Thrones. Shocker. So
Yeah, we're ahead of you now. What's going on with that?
yeah. It's like, what the fuck, Dad? You're the one who was ahead of us now, and we're ahead of you.
Yeah, we passed you.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it later though. I haven't recorded though, but just haven't gotten around to sitting down and watching it though. I'm going back to watching Thing again on Netflix, even though I think it's fucking stupid, considering the fact I already have the entire series on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
But I just watching on Netflix on the 360. Just it's pretty much by convenience. Is probably the real reason for. Just don't have to go upstairs and
It's probably in HD. Probably also.
It's not really HD. It's just to get a standard format. It's like 4:3.
Okay.
You see like the black box pretty much there, and then like I think it's in the later seasons where it's in 16:9 then.
Okay.
At the later seasons. The series I'm talking about is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I got last year on DVD in like the summer. Pretty much watched them all within like a month and absolutely loved it. And I just don't know why, I just actually gone back into watching them again there from the start. I know a lot of people like watched it when it originally came out and said it's like it was a great series back in its day and it's not really aged that well, and some people trying to go back to it now and they just can't really watch it now. But like I said, I didn't grow up with it. I didn't watch it when it was on, and like I watched it there last year and I really enjoyed it though. So it has come. It's just a really witty series and it's also of course done by Joss Whedon, who's directed a certain film that Dennis saw this weekend, which you'll talk about shortly. I watched a few episodes of an very old show called Cheers.
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Oh, me too.
Yes, mainly because the fact is I watch Frasier and love Frasier, and this basically was before Frasier.
Yeah.
So it was because of Frasier was in that series, and of course Frasier was a spin-off of Cheers, and I've watched like the first block of episodes of season 1, and I quite enjoy it, and I really enjoy watching it on Netflix, and I just hope to God they don't take it down anytime soon, because if it do, I'll be quite annoyed because it's actually not available on DVD here.
Okay.
Well, not all of them now. I think there was like the first few seasons were available, but they stopped doing them all of a sudden. I think like the first 5 seasons.
How many seasons are there? Probably 8, 9.
There's 11.
11. Okay. That's a lot of Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's like 275 episodes.
Okay. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's 275 episodes.
An hour each or half an hour?
No, half an hour.
No,
Half an
About
hour.
20
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
and there was 264 episodes or something of Frasier, which is was 11 seasons as well.
Yeah.
So they're very long running series, though they're both run for very long. I really do enjoy it though. It's a good little series.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to watching more of it. I watched the rest of that Stone Cold bio I mentioned last week as well, because I think last week I just mentioned I watched like the first hour out of it.
Mhm.
So I did, and I thoroughly recommend you check this out, Dennis. Though, just get the DVD for it if you wish. It was very, very good.
Okay.
It's like my favorite WWE bio thing they did since the rise and fall of ECW, which is like my favorite bio thing they've done.
Okay.
It's like 2.5 hours long, and I really did enjoy it. It's a really good, enjoyable one. So if you're a fan of Stone Cold, I recommend checking it out. And finally, I went to the cinema on Friday and watched a film with my brother.
Mhm.
And it is the 8th in the series pretty much, so but it's actually the 4th in the sort of original story in a way. And that is American Pie: The Reunion. You seen this, didn't you, Dennis?
Yes, I saw the movie.
And what did you think of it?
I think I talked about it, but I loved every moment of it because it was, I mean, everybody's in it. Each member of the cast of the two first movies are in this movie, so it's pretty cool. Some have very brief cameo appearances, but it's cool to see them appear in the movie, and it actually, it's about reunions and touching base with people that you haven't seen in a while, and it makes you think of. It's a funny movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a comedy, but kind of makes you think a little bit of what's happened and what's gone by and all that. So I really enjoyed the movie. Really loved it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie as well. Like I thought it was pretty good though. I was pretty much what I expected though anyway. I wasn't expected to be like, laughing my ass off at every minute, every turn now. Like I wasn't expected to like absolutely love it. But like I enjoyed it for what it was, so it just needed more Shermanator.
Yeah, Shermanator is very briefly in the.
Yeah, just basically a spoiler there. If spoiler pretty much for the film, he's pretty much not in a whole lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And there's a few other characters as well that I'm not going to mention here that pretty much are in and already at like the end.
Yeah.
As well.
Kind of appear.
Yeah, just appear for like their snippets or cameos.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I've been watching now. It's not a whole lot though. So anyway, what have you been watching, Dennis?
Oh, my turn? Okay. I've been, what have I been watching? Let me go back and see my stuff. Okay, I guess I'll start with the TV shows. I've been watching, I'm caught up on Game of Thrones, finally. So I watched the rest of season 1 and the beginning of season 2 up to episode 5 that was last week, which Darren hasn't watched yet. So caught up to Darren and passed him, actually. So,
Bastard.
yeah, been watching that. Very, very, very good show. It's getting a little weird, like episode 4 and 5.
Yeah,
Especially,
episode 4.
especially
The
at
ending of
the end
episode
of episode 4. Oh my God. Okay.
was
That,
fucked up.
that was a
indeed.
little bit weird.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I was like, okay. And beginning of episode 5, something happens in that matter. So I'm not gonna reveal it for Darren and other people who haven't seen it yet. But yeah, something happens with that. Won't say exactly what it is. But yeah, I'm loving the show. Really enjoying the second season. Pretty good. I actually did a Game of Thrones marathon last weekend. Like I went, I think, from episode 5 of season 1 up to episode 4 of season 2. Like a big marathon, watching all the episodes back to back. So I think it's good that way because you kind of know what's going on. Like again, instead of watching like one episode, wait a week, one episode, wait a week, for the
Right.
entire first season, and then beginning of the second one, and then you're right into it. You know what's going on because there are a lot of characters in this in this show, and it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to follow sometimes. But yeah, it's very good show. Um, I started watching another TV show, which is called Eastbound and Down. I don't know if you guys have heard about that one.
I've
I've
heard of
heard of
it, but I've never seen it.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it now because it was like advertised. It's on the same channel here in the UK as True Blood, which is FX.
Hmm.
So it is. I know it was like I seen it advertised, but I never actually watched it.
Okay, but it's a very good show. It actually stars Danny McBride, who plays the main role, the main character on the television show, and there's some guest appearances by Mr. Will Ferrell, who actually does produce a couple of episodes, and he is absolutely hilarious in his role. There's other cameos during the season, like there's Don Johnson, Lily Tomlin, all sorts of stars who appear during the season. It's about baseball. It's a pitcher who was in the majors and was charged with drug abuse and everything, and he was thrown out of baseball, went to Mexico to play in their league, and then in this season, the third season, he's back in America playing for an American team. Like I guess for those who know, it's a AAA team. It's not a real team, but it's a AAA team, and he plays on that team, and it's just freaking hilarious. It's a little, I mean, it's wrong. Like a lot of stuff in the in the show is wrong. Like there's some scenes you go like,
You
oh,
you kind of
really?
feel guilty for laughing or what?
Yeah,
Is that it?
it's really, really. Some scenes are really wrong. Like it's like, oh, okay, but most of it is funny, especially when Will Ferrell is on. His character, Ashley Schaefer, my God, he's hilarious. I mean, he's absolutely hilarious.
Yes.
I actually shown
Just before,
Darren, yeah,
just yeah, just showed up. He showed me an outtake reel of the first season before we started here, though, and I was just kind of laughing at the outtakes of Will Ferrell's character,
yeah, he
and then
actually,
the other one's just losing it,
yeah,
trying not to laugh.
I think he said I've seen a couple of other scenes, and he says that it's mostly improvised what he does. Like he just improvises. He goes upon a script, but he improvises pretty much everything he says in the freaking thing, and it's just hilarious. Each episode he's on, it's hilarious. But yeah, I caught up to that. I watched. Well, I haven't watched season one and two. I kind of watched I caught up on it like a little video that they show what happened in season one and season two. So I caught up on that and watched all the episodes of season three so far. I think they're on episode 8 or something like that. So very enjoyable show, very funny. Like I said, a little bit wrong, but there's some stuff in there you go, oh, cringe a little bit, but it's pretty good. I really enjoy it. Uh, Besides that, I watched WWE Extreme Rules last Sunday, the pay-per-view that they had. The return of Brock Lesnar, actually, into the ring, fighting against John Cena. And that match was actually much, much better than I thought it would be. Like, actually very surprising where the route they took the match. Like, from the get-go, Cena's busted open and bleeding everywhere. And then Lesnar gets
Wow,
busted
they
open.
actually did a wow, blade jobs. That's a surprise.
Yeah, it's like bleeding everywhere and very violent match. So I was very surprised that they did something like that. And John Cena won, which is another surprise. He actually beat Brock Lesnar, which kind of surprised me a little bit. But yeah, all in all, the pay-per-view was very good. The Chris Jericho and CM Punk going at it again was very good also. A couple of other matches which were great. All in all, very good pay-per-view. I think they're getting out of the PG thing, the PG element a little bit.
It seems that way if they're having to back with the Crimson Masks again. They're making the bust open again now, because that's pretty much what was the thing during the PG stuff. There was pretty much hardly anyone busted open, or like if someone actually
Yeah.
did bust open, it was pretty much like an accident.
Yeah, like they rolled
Pretty
over
much.
out of the ring and somebody would wipe the blood off and then they.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, I think they're going back to the whole violent stuff because on the Raw the day afterwards, Brock Lesnar breaks the arm of Triple H. Well, quote unquote breaks the arm of Triple H because he's unhappy with his contract. So I don't know where they're sending this whole thing, but kind of nice moments right now in WWE. It's actually exciting if they start going back to the old school stuff. Not the baby kitty stuff that they had a couple of episodes a couple of years back. It's been going on for a couple of years, so if they can go back to the kind of real like
Attitude Era kind
yeah
of
Attitude Era,
style.
Extreme Rules kind of stuff, pretty good. I think that would be a good way to go. And last but not least, I went to see a movie last night. I guess pretty much half of the United States of America and Canada went to see that movie this weekend, judging from the people that were in the theater last night. The Avengers, I actually went to see. Well, Marvel's The Avengers, it's actually named now. And in the United Kingdom, I think it's Avengers Unite. Like
Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble, yeah. So went to see that last night, and let me tell you, I was very, very, very surprised how good this movie was. It is very, very good. Like the whole build-up they've been doing since Iron Man 1, like bringing every little element in it, like the Hulk, Captain America, Thor, and they add Hawkeye and Black Widow. Very good. I really, really enjoyed the movie. Really, really, tons of action. It's like 2.5 hours long, or something like that.
Cool.
And it's you don't even realize it's 2.5 hours. It's like it's over in no time. It's like, geez, it went by really, really fast. It's very funny. Like there's some genuine laugh out loud moments during the movie. It's pretty good. Because Captain America's just been unfrozen. Like he's in this time now. I mean, like it was frozen back in the 40s, was it? The 30s or the 40s?
Yeah, 40s.
Yeah, it's like during the Second World War, I believe, or
Yeah,
something
the
like that,
40s.
wasn't it?
So now he's in this day now, and some things he still doesn't understand. Like he's like, at one point he goes to, like Fury says, "I'm gonna surprise you. There's stuff you haven't seen yet. I'm gonna surprise you." And he goes, "There's nothing that can surprise me anymore." And Fury says, "Oh yeah, we bet $10 I can surprise you." And then when they go on the Shield helicarrier, and it actually lifts off from the ocean, like you see Captain America pass by Nick Fury and gives him $10. It's like, okay, I'm surprised. So yes, it's a very good movie. It's very, very good movie. There's going to be a sequel because, as you know, Marvel like to tease people at the end of the show. So it's at the end of the movie they like to tease a couple of things. There's actually 2 teasers.
Yes, exactly. I heard that on Twitter, though.
Yeah,
Apparently, one of the
Don't
guys
say
I
anything.
follow, though.
I don't want to
No.
know.
I'm not gonna. Apparently, one of the guys on Twitter, though, said that it was not actually on his reel of it. And, like when he saw it, it wasn't the second one wasn't there.
Oh.
I wasn't there after the credits.
Yeah, like I think he may have gone seen it early. Look, I saw it apparently
Because there's
because he was talking to someone else on Twitter though and said no, it was not on there. Like he went to see it and it wasn't there, but like the other person saw it and it was there.
yeah.
I think it was like early reels of it or like early like showings of it. So I don't know if that was the case here because it was out here like a week earlier.
Okay.
So I don't know if I went to see it like when it came out and like went to see it and if it wasn't there or not.
There's one like mid credits there's the teaser, and at the end of the credits, as usual, as Marvel usually do, there's something there also, which was very surprising, to say the least. I won't say anything more, but it was very surprising.
Wolverine and Spider-Man.
No, not really. But anyway.
Nah, because they're like Fox, aren't they?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Because like
be
they're,
able
I
to-
believe they're part.
Sony has
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Sony, yeah, Sony
Yeah.
has Spider-Man and that, because they're apparently supposed to be part of like the Avengers as well, aren't they?
I
New
think
event.
yeah, the new event.
The Avengers in the comic books, yeah. So
hmm But very, very good movie. I think it's going to make a bunch of money and it's going to run for a very long time. Because when I went yesterday, the showing I wanted to go to, the 7:15 showing, we got there 2.5 hours early,
Oh
and
shit.
it was already sold out. So I couldn't believe
Damn.
it. We got there like 2.5 hours earlier. We wanted to go see it in D-Box, and it was sold out. So we had to go in regular 3D. So we went to see it in, and the 3D is not good. Don't go see it in 3D. It's not good.
now D-Box is like kind of like force feedback or something now, isn't it? On like your
Yeah.
seat or something like that.
Yeah, you're sitting on a seat. You pay a little extra. You have to reserve your seat, and you're sitting in the seat, and the seat moves, and you have speakers on each side and all that. So it's pretty. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't been able to get a seat yet to one of the movies to go see it. But one of my friends went to see it with D-Box, and he says it's phenomenal. He says you have a freaking big headache when you get out of there, but it's pretty phenomenal.
I can see, I can guess that.
And it was very loud. Like I don't know what they did with the movie, but it was very, very loud. Like I got out of there. Plus, I had the 3D glasses on, and the 3D isn't very good. It's very dark. I don't know why, but anyway, I got out of there and kind of a little bit of a headache with the 3D and the sound being very, very loud. So, but I really recommend anybody who's a fan of the Avengers or Marvel or any of those heroes who appear in the Avengers should go see the movie.
Yeah, I'm seeing it next week.
awesome.
I'll be going to see it probably. I might go see it this week or next week though, because I kind of want to watch the rest of Thor and Captain America first because I
Yeah,
haven't watched them yet.
You kind of have to watch those movies.
Yeah.
Kind of know a couple of things that
Like I've watched the 2 Iron Man films. I've seen the last Incredible Hulk film.
Mhm.
So I just have to watch the rest of Thor. Like I've watched like the first maybe hour of it,
hmm
and I have to watch Captain America.
Yeah, I think you need to catch up a little bit before you go see it. It has to do a little bit with those movies, so
Hmm.
but it's great. It's pretty good. So I guess we go on to Derek. Your turn.
Okay, I guess I won't have a whole lot to talk about. I watched Game of Thrones season 2 up to episode 5 as well. I definitely liked the show. I guess I don't know what I can really say without spoiling it. So now I'm going to be caught up and I'll watch it every week, just
Yep.
like everybody else. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's some crazy stuff happening recently. It seems like everybody wants to be the king and everybody's fighting everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody hates everybody. So I imagine.
Now I want to ask Dennis. Now I want to ask you: what did you think of the thing at the end of episode 9?
I was like,
At the end of
what
it.
the fuck?
Okay. Okay, without spoiling anything.
Oh wait,
I
which
guess.
episode?
9.
Episode 9,
Of season 1?
season 1.
Something
Yes.
like
I was shocked and pissed.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what? I was sure something was going to happen to prevent that because, 2 people are there that, could have said something or prevented it, and it didn't happen. So I was like, holy crap, okay. I never expected that at all. Never, ever.
I was one of those ones that actually did say, it's like I saw it coming though because I knew it wasn't going to end happily though because of what was happening during like the last
Yeah.
during the build up of that what happened there. I was just like, yeah, it's not going to end happily.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that not a lot of stuff is going to end happily in this in this series.
Show,
Right.
yeah, pretty much going to be the same way. Like, don't know what's going to happen though in terms of who's characters are going to die, though. Like, I actually do know one of the main characters dies because, as I said, I think I mentioned this last, because I read the like blurb in the back of the latest book.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, that's a ways off. Huh?
Yeah, but that's like a couple of years off anyway, so you'll see who that is when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, go on, Derek.
So yeah, Game of Thrones is really good. Looking forward to watching it tonight, or maybe I'll watch it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
See, I watched The Office and Big Bang Theory this week. Some interesting things are going on in The Office now, which is actually better than what the last several episodes. So I'm curious to see what happens with the show coming next week. So it looks like they might be making some changes, some like big changes. I don't know.
Okay.
You guys don't watch current episodes of The Office, do you?
I've yet to actually try it out, though. I know we were talking about it there a few weeks ago, and I said I'd like to try it out, though, but I haven't tried it out yet, though. But I should, though, because like the first 7 seasons are on like Netflix, so they are.
Yeah, that's a long ways already. It's a little hard to catch up.
Yeah, because this is season 8, I believe, is on it in the States in the moment.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Carell's not there anymore, but that's pretty much.
No. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week or this week on the new episode. Could be good, which is good because the last several have just been really bad, not really that funny.
Yeah.
Last thing I watched, The Sitter with Jonah Hill, the comedy movie.
Yeah, how was that?
You know, it was okay, but it wasn't all that great. It's basically just like any comedy movie nowadays where you have the main character who is like a loser and, you know, is like got a shitty life, you know, shitty job, shitty girlfriend or whatever. And then he, you know, some weird event happens that he has to take care of, and different things like get thrown at him that he has to deal with. And he ends up meeting like a new person or gets a new job or something, and everything all turns out good in the end. You know, that's basically the way it is in all
it's pretty much
comedy movies nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much, it's a cookie cutter formula of that in this movie. But I mean, I do like Jonah Hill, and he has some funny parts. But you know, it's okay. I would, you know, I'd rent it, but I definitely would. I don't think I would buy it. He was actually, I think he was probably better in 21 Jump Street, which I saw a few weeks ago in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually like lost a whole ton of weight for that. So weird. He looks so different.
Yeah, that's the thing I've seen as well. Like, yeah, geez, like he looks really completely different here than he did in like Superbad, for example.
Yeah, like after seeing 21 Jump Street and then seeing this, I was like, oh my god, he's like bad as hell.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah, 21 Jump Street is really, really good. I definitely
I've heard good things about it.
You know, I never watched the show in the 80s, but I don't think you need to enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
So I guess that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it is. That's pretty much the end of this episode of
Already?
the United Kingdom podcast. Already, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, already. There's nothing else. Unless you want to talk about something more about for the next 10 minutes or so, just to go over the 2-hour mark once again.
No, I don't think we have anything left in the tank.
No, I think we've just all talked out now. So anyway, before we go, we'd just like to give little plugs now. First of all, we are officially now on iTunes. It's because before I just up on the just upload on like this archive and then on YouTube.
We're big now.
But I finally got us on iTunes through little feed burner and just trying to. It's a bit of a pain to get it up and trying to figure out though. But eventually I got there and got up, and all the episodes thus far are on there. So if you want to check us out, go on iTunes and just type in United Kingdom, and it should show up, and subscribe to us and leave us reviews and feedback and all that good stuff. Yeah. And also follow us on Twitter. I am DowM85, so I am. Dennis, what are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I think I am. I think I should be there somewhere. BBoyDen on Twitter. That's me.
Yep. And then I am GigaStormZ on Twitter.
Yep.
And also, you can follow the United Gamedom podcast as well. It's just United Gamedom though, to follow us and just basically look for like episode updates there and shit like that as well. So anyway, that will do for this episode 6.
You forgot my last plug. I wanted to plug that. Put down there on the little.
Oh yeah, you're a dickhead. Follow a guy called, if you know who he is, Jose Canseco.
Yeah, Jose Canseco. You guys have to follow this guy on Twitter. He is.
I don't think I need to because between you and Ryan Davis, you retweet like every one of my tweets.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is.
What Derek said
hilarious.
is pretty much the truth because I read the tweets. I was like, what the fuck is this guy on?
If you want to see a zoned out person, you can follow Jose Canseco. For those who don't know who he is, he used to play baseball for the Oakland A's. He played for the Red Sox. And he got caught with steroids and other drugs, I think. And he got banned from Major League Baseball. So, yep, that's and now if you follow him already, you can see that he's probably still on drugs or something even worse. Even worse than that, because my God, I laugh my butt off each time I read his tweets. He's just far gone. Like he's the new. I guess he's the new, what's his face? Mr.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, Mr. Winning Charlie Sheen. He's
Yeah,
the
that's
new
the thing.
Charlie
It's like,
Sheen.
at first Charlie Sheen was really funny on Twitter. I was like, okay, I've had enough, so I unfollowed him. And now Jose Canseco's the same way.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. You're like fucking psycho.
Exactly, pretty much.
They're all pretty psycho. But anyway, if you want to follow him, go ahead. Any guys who got any suggestions you guys have for Twitter? Maybe somebody?
Nope.
Star or not?
I don't have anyone though. I think you pretty much. I don't think I could top Jose Canseco now.
No, definitely not.
No. All right.
So anyway, guys, and thank you for watching.
Yep.
Watching, Jesus Christ!
Thank you for watching. The same image.
Thank you for watching the still image of whatever it is I put up this week on YouTube for the next 2 hours or so, and for listening. And hopefully the next week will be episode 7, lucky number 7, which is true this time now. So anyway, guys, take care, and we'll see you all next time. Ciao.
Later.
Bye-bye.